it's Honeysaur, the bouncy, bee-loving dinosaur VTuber, and I'm just happy to be here. Puns is fine. Hey, I want to tell you guys, there was a time where I don't even know where to start with my random tangents today. There's just so many like random tangents that I could go on. I'm so ready. I'm so ready to just be take myself on an absolute freaking roller coaster. It's another Zatsu. See, this is the reason why I don't do regular Zatsu, because every single time I play game, it's just like Zatsu. First, congratulations, Nimby. Good evening. Oh, hi. Olga. Hi, Olga. Wait, I don't like when I have to scratch my back. And I can't scratch it! Please! Please! Okay, I think I got it. Okay, moment gone. Okay. Stretch has been done. Laws have not been broken yet. Good. Ready to start. That's a perfect way to start a Honeysaur. I need to buy a new back scratcher. Most of the time, I feel like I'm just like pressing my arm. What's it called? Like, you know, like pressing my elbow with the other arm to like stretch it more to try and get that spot. I don't know why I'm doing it because it's not like you guys can see it, but whatever. Alrighty, where were we? I haven't played this game since the last time we played it. We're still stuck on Matsuri! Alright, that was a great stream. Good night. Matsuri. It's just so underwhelming. Gotta check my progress. I used to. Okay. I don't want to start out with mine. I'm gonna start out with. Gotta go all outfit. I don't know what I was gonna say bungalow, I think, but I think I said I don't even know what I was gonna say. I didn't check which items were activated. Whack! Ooh, solo stamp already? Ding. Why do I want to gachikoi every member? So I have the satisfaction of saying that I have gachikoi every single to prove I am a real Hololive fan. Anyways, I want to tell you though, my dog. I want to tell you how smart my dog is. So she's very much an attention, which like. This makes sense for a dog, you know, it's like love me, pet me, give me attention, all that other stuff, and I love her, and I do give her a lot of attention. She's always like, more, I want more attention, give me more attention, and it's like, oh gosh. But she did, or what she has been doing lately, is that she gets her little like ball stuck underneath the couch or like a chair or something to the point where she can't reach it, I guess. And then she starts crying like, help me get my ball, it got over there. And it's as if she wasn't the person who freaking pushed it. Or... This one you did was Matsuri. I just said I didn't want to do Matsuri. Anyway, because it's like, I feel like with Matsuri you just have to do a super. You have to do a super collab. I don't know where that guy's going. What's it called? But she still keeps pushing the ball under the sofa and chairs and stuff. Oh, I guess I do have huh. I don't remember what, but why is reading so hard? I don't remember. Creevy! Hi, Creevy! The shooting stars. I don't remember. You did have to plan out Matsuri. You can't just like go into it. I feel like Holy Dragonfire is always just the way to go. Holy Dragonfire is always just for collab to go. You ever having difficulty? Booms. Holy Dragonfire. You ever having like more challenges? Need some help? Boom, Holy Dragonfire. Holy Dragonfire solves all your problems. Why are you surrounded by cats? Also, how are you? I'm good! I feel like I've been so productive the past few days. Started cleaning out my stuff. My stream. Working on coding project. I don't know, I felt very motivated lately. Thing. And I was just very happy to do them. Like, I was organizing through my Hololive stuff and I was like, got a lot of stuff. I feel like I got a lot of Hololive. Also, there, now it's bats. And cats. That's whack. We love a productive Ankylosaur! Yes, we do. Also went to physical therapy for my ankle. They were like, yeah, this doesn't look too bad. Figured out what's wrong with it, sort of, is that like my ligaments were saying something like my ligaments were, weak? I don't remember exactly, but it was something to do with like, my ligaments are just not that strong. And it's not like you can increase the strength of your ligaments. But you can increase the strength of the muscles around your ligaments, so that's what we do. I had the, I don't remember what it was called, but they like, it's not being electrocuted. I was gonna say like I was electrocuted, but I think I'd be dead if I actually was. No, but they put like the electrodes, I think, on me or whatever, on my ankle, and it felt very like tingly. I'm afraid it's your ligma. Lick my balls in your mouth. Got 'em. Ligma these nuts. I forget the ligma joke, but ligma nuts. Yeah, good enough. I have too much Hololive merch. What's your collection? I have, or if you don't know, this is the by the way, side note from the side note is that this is the perfect stream to just talk about yap about Hololive the entire freaking time. Honeysaur, I watched your stream and then my Pro Controller mysteriously died. I demand an explanation. Got to charge it. I think that's the explanation. That's probably it. It's not a cutting board. I want it. But anyway, it's my ligaments. I feel like there's so many like fun words that you get to say as like a physical therapist, like ligaments. Maybe not tendons, but so many things. There's so many things to say. Why can't I think of anything? Miami water, there we go. But yeah, okay. Returning from the side note though is that I have a lot of holo merch. I remember, I think it was for Narissa's birthday skit, it was also a stream. And I was like, hold on a second! I gotta peace out. I'm trying to get limited edition Hololive merch. And I got it. Weak ligaments where? In these nights, got 'em! Just joking. In my left ankle. Creepy, if you don't know, I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not sure you were here. But I could say it again. But I fell down some stairs. I basically twisted my ankle and fell down some stairs. My ankle has always been somewhat weak because I had tendonitis in that one. Specifically. And I know exactly how I got the tendonitis, by the way, because my physical therapist asked that. They asked like, so honey, how did you get how did you get tendonitis? Because I said like, oh, this ankle has always been weaker, yada yada yada. They're like, how do you know? I'm like, because I got tendonitis in it. How'd you get tendonitis? Well, I was moving to the 4th story of an apartment building and there were no stairs. And also my roommate was really freaking lazy and never took out the trash. So I had to always take the trash down 4 flights of stairs. And also I helped her move in, or helped her bring her stuff too. It was fun. It was so much fun. There's a reason why she's not my roommate anymore. Bruh. Roommate stories. Am I right? But anyways, when it comes to Hololive merch, I probably have an amount. I think it comes with being obsessive. I think it comes ultimately with being obsessive with things. Which is like probably a bad thing to say. But what I mean by it is I fixate on trying to get it so much that I prep myself very well to get the limited edition Hololive merch. And signed. I mean, like, I tell you guys my secret, it's not that hard. Don't steal the merch from me. But I was very happy because I got the limited edition Ina merch. I know I'm not supposed to be spending a lot of money, but I really wanted to sign. Weak ankle. Yes, I am. Thanks, Creepy. I got the limited edition Ina merch for her birthday this year. That was really tough. Because I also, if in the United States, there's like a lot of tariffs going on. So I think if you tried to purchase it from the specific Hololive official store website, it would have been over, I think the amount was around $230-ish. So I was trying extra hard to get it on check. Got it on check, which is just basically, which I don't understand. I don't know how exactly it's cheaper, but oh wait, no, I know why. Because they're like holding some of your items basically until ideally the tariffs are lower, and you can always just request like, hey, I'd like my items shipped when they are available. I don't know. They're estimated to be delivered, I think, in November. So 6 months from now. It is what it is. And hopefully the country will not be, or at least the tariffs won't be bad. Hopefully there won't be any tariffs, but we'll freaking see, I guess. Yeah. I'm terms of like limited edition merch, mainly it's just Kiara. I love buying holo merch and it taking so long that I forget. And it's like a Christmas present to your. It's a surprise present to yourself that you forget to buy it, and then one day it just shows, or that you forget that you bought it. My bad. And then it just shows up. It's so good. And it's like, oh, what's this? Hololive Productions. See, here was the thing though. I got my Narissa package when my parents were home. And if you don't know, Narissa this year, she had a Oppai mouse pad. Which is fine, but I don't want to have to explain that to my parents. Like, I don't think I want to have to explain. I don't think anybody wants to have to explain an Oppai mouse pad. But like, I really didn't want to. I'm like, they're gonna see this and think I'm a degenerate. I mean, I am, but they don't need to like know the extent of that. Lost some Ina merch from a year ago because I moved countries in the meantime. They changed the what? That's so sad. Sorry about holo merch. Wait months, overpriced plastic. I'm done. I mean, fair. I just, again, it's like my thinking behind it is I don't really do supas. I don't really do any super chats. But I still want to like support the talent. And it's also nice to have their hand signature. And also, I like when they're genuine things. So, because this is the thing, right? I own some acrylic stands. Like, how many acrylic stands do people own? The Dino Dad Museum has so many stands, acrylic stands. It's amazing to look at together, but it's also like overwhelming. I don't know. I feel like there's better merch that I would rather display. Not that I display any of my merch, unfortunately. Okay. So it's like I like things that could be practical. Acrylic stand is a merch I really don't get. It's not for me. Yeah, because it just kind of... I'm sorry. But I'm not really. When I say acrylic is a material that just is a dust magnet. If you've ever had an acrylic standee, you know that it's a complete dust magnet. And it always shows, and it sucks. I don't have any acrylic stand to Vtuber. I have some, but so I have a few Kiara ones, but I don't get the like. Listen, part of the allure is that I'm a gacha addict, right? I love the chance. So I love taking the chance. It's like winning the lottery because I'm faster. I'm built different, kind of thing. And it just happens to be included stuff, or it's like. There's a thing of like all the talents together. So I have I think it's Hololive Myth. I mean, I know it's Hololive Myth, but I think it's the 2nd anniversary acrylic because they're all dressed in like idol outfits that I thought were really cute, and you know, supporting all the talents in ways was kind of nice because I know they get a decent portion. Or they should get a decent portion from, they really should get a decent combat addiction. It really is. I think I mentioned it to Creevy. I mentioned it in Creevy's chat, but I never really mentioned it like super publicly, but I guess I can just say it. I was a gooner. And I fell for the Love and Deep Space marketing. I was just like, it seems interesting. And The thing about it, I knew you were gonna say that. That is the worst game to be addicted to in terms of, because that's like, it's not like I'm addicted to like the side stories or anything. I do like the main storytelling and then the characteristics that you can pick up from some of the side stories, but mainly like the myth ones, which are like long series of side stories. Just frustrating not getting it. Yeah, so what Love in Deep Space does, it looks like a gacha. It's called the Gooner Gacha because it's a Holome game, which means it's meant for girls. It's by this company called Paperfold Games, I believe. And the thing about Paperfold's game is it's a company in China, but it's one of the few companies that back in the, I want to say late 2000s, early 2010s, kind of picked up the idea that there was a market for female-oriented games. And I'm not talking, being a female gamer is terrible sometimes, but for being a girl gamer, they have games that are meant for girls, and it's just like, everything's pink, but it's the exact same thing as everything else, as like the boy version. It's really bad. Not my favorite, personally. So it was one of the few game series that says, hey, or one of the few game companies that says, hey, let's take advantage of this big market. And so the first game I played by them was called Love Nikki. I'm not sure if you've heard of that game, but that one specifically is like a dress-up game with this girl named Nikki. Who would have thought it? Who would have thunk it? Who like gets teleported to this magical land and is kind of saving the world through her fashion. Be real, a lot of popular gachas are popular because the characters are attractive both ways. So I got interested in Love Nikki. And my god, like, that's a roller coaster of... It's a roller coaster of a game in terms of storyline, because it is really, really intense. I don't know how else to say it. It's really, really intense. It looks just like a happy little silly dress-up game, and then you get kidnapped, and you get drugs, and you have to kill somebody, I think. But you know, girl games. So, I played that one a lot. I played that one probably more than I should, but the main story of that one was so good. That's kind of like, I kind of want to see what else this company has to make. So the next game that I tried by them was a new one that came out called Mr. Love. Normal girl life. Yeah, you just casually get kidnapped, all that other fun stuff. Wait for over a year when I see. Yes! That was like the game. I'm so glad you agree with me, Creek. I'll talk about the Infinity Nikki in a moment, but I want to kind of go in order. The next game that I tried by them was called Mr. Love's Queen's Choice. That one's like an otome game, as you would expect. There's a few love interests. I think there was 4, and then they added like another one. I started when it first came out, but my account got deleted when my iPad broke. Because I didn't actually link an account to it, which was probably stupid. Because I was like, I don't want people to know that I'm playing this game. I can't link it to my account. And then I lost all my cards. So I was like, that's so tragic, you know? And I had like some good cards. But I came back to it about, I'd say 3 or 4 years after launch. And I played mainly the main story because I got really lucky on the initial gacha. That one's a ride too, because you have all of these guys, right? Turns out, I mean, because I don't think you're gonna play it, right? I don't think you're gonna play Mr. Love Queen's Choice, so I don't care if I'm spoiling it. But the thing about it is that every single character there basically was a human science experiment. and they were experimented on as children, and you're like tortured, which is pretty bad. But then it comes to the world is ending and you don't know why, and it turns out it's an alternate version of yourself. So in order to save the world, you have to kill yourself. The main character has to kill herself. So, or maybe it's like future her, I don't know. But basically she has to like kill herself. It's crazy. And it's such like a dark twist. Because you're reading it. BRB, killing myself. Honey told me, no, that's not what I meant. I meant the character in the game had to kill themselves. It was very tragic, but to save the world. And she was like, I'll do it. I'm altruistic. And then all the boys were like, no, don't do it. Don't do it, MC. And she's like, I must. It is for the future of the world. And then she dies. And that's basically, I think that's where the story ends. And there's just, the rest of, there's like more main story plot, but it's basically just past childhood stuff, so. And I didn't get, it wasn't, I think they're still releasing content for it, but I just wasn't that because, you know, looking at somebody else's childhood trauma is not my hobby. But yeah, Creevy, did you not hear of that one out of curiosity? So when they announced this next game, which is Love and Deep Space, specifically, I was like, this is gonna be an emotional. Pocket! Look who's sashaying their way in here. How you doing, girl? I was talking about you the other day. I was talking about the inflatable dino costume and how we're gonna crash your wedding by all wearing inflatable dinosaur costumes without telling your wife. It's like, instructions unclear. Also, Pocket, I was thinking about it a lot. Come to my wedding in dino suits, yes! I do want to do this so bad. I really want to go to a wedding dressed, like, my parents do not like the way I dress sometimes because they think it's, like, silly. But if, like, imagine they see me walking out of the house with this inflatable dino suit and they're like, where are you going? Where are you going? And I'm like, a wedding. And they'll be like, not in that. And I'll be like, everybody's dressing like that. It's what we're doing. Well, everyone else is doing it. And you can't tell me. You didn't know about the game that you mentioned? It's interesting. It's a bit of a grind though. It's definitely one of those ones that is gatekeeped by the gacha element because you need strong cards. I was so dedicated to that game sometimes that there was this certain section where you could get gems, which are basically, how do I say it? You know, like how every gacha has like a premium currency. So, for example, Star Rail has Stellar Jade, but then it also has that other currency that you pay for that you can then exchange for Stellar Jade. Genshin has Primo Gems, but then you can also buy some other currency that you can convert 1-to-1 into Primo Gems, that kind of thing. So I was getting the free equivalent of that, which was gems, and but you'd only get, I think, 200-ish, and it would take hours because you have to just walk back and forth doing these various little side quests, and I'd put it on auto mode and I'd leave it on overnight. I'd leave it on overnight. But okay, so now there's, hope you're having a good day. Always happy to, it's always happy to see you too. Also, Pocket, I do want to say, every single time you say somebody's name, like on stream, where you're like, even when you say like Jess's name or whatever, you just sound so happy to be saying their name. That's something I wanted to point. But specifically when I was thinking about Love and Deep Space, I'm like, gosh, I saw the advertising is just extremely geared towards a certain audience. And yes, the game definitely has very spicy bits to it, but you don't have to engage with that, and I personally don't really engage too much with that. Oh god, no. Oh god, why? Oh, we're good. Oh, we're good. Oh, we're good. Hi, girl! I'm gonna give you a shout out because I know you won't give yourself one. How was your stream? How was your Gundam building? First stream in your new place. Bruh! Now oh, I was worried the bot wouldn't listen to me for a second because you shouted out my god. Imagine though, Baro comes in and I'm talking about freaking Otome games. My Gooner gacha games. Hi, Dog J! Oh, Lord. This is gonna be quite the conversation to jump into, to continue. Oh my god. She did it again! I just want to say she did it again. My dog just did it again. She just got her ball stuck underneath the chair again, and now she's crying at the chair, telling me to go get it for her. She's so smart, it's frustrating. I'll go get that ball for her. It's so crazy. What do you mean you're not surprised? Ugh. Actually look like I'm breaking my neck as I'm walking away. Cool. So train of thought, Doko. I might die here. I forgot that I don't have any healing items! We're struggling! No, Kiara, please! Kiara, please be nice! No! I needed a healing item. God damn it! Alright, run it back. And also, I want to get rid of the items. Okay, so we were on Love Nikki, Mr. Love Clean's Choice, and then talking about Love in Deep Space. Love in Deep Space is a game where play as a character who has a special ability, whatever, and they all have tragic backstories. And the twist about Love in Deep Space specifically, because, you know, in Mr. Love Queen's Choice, the MC had to kill herself, to save the world. In this one, it seems like your character is destined to die over and over and over and over again. Also, Lamia Kiara, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the hive. Now you get a notification whenever I go live. Feel free to join the Discord. It's super easy. I Discord in the chat. The Dr. Follow Bees. Thanks again, friend. This really is a treat. All the best to you and stay super sweet. I can't believe I just almost forgot my own rap. Love and Space, not your. Bro, why you always gotta make you? Oh wait, that's not the starting item. It's not. You know what? It's not about you. It's about. It's not about you, girl, anymore. How was your Gundam building? Did you finish, or did you get distracted like you always do because you are doing a million things at once and you can't get anything done? At least when I'm doing stuff and I'm multitasking, I can kill like 4 dungeon bosses in one Elden Ring stream. Yeah, did you actually build it or did you complete it? And also, girl, you have your dinosaur suit ready for Pocket's wedding. But I was talking. I will send pics. Do you not have your dinosaur suit ready for Pocket's wedding? What? Everyone's dressing like that. You're gonna be the odd man out. But Love in Deep Space is a game where your character just keeps dying in every single life, and you see that. So I think in the end, once again, the main character will die. But it's like deep, tragic backstory. Sucker. I'm a sucker for that. But I'm also just addicted to gacha. I think I'm just a gacha addict. I went to this charity benefit thing. Love and depression. Basically, yeah. I went to a charity event and they had what was called a 50-50. Which was that's the first time I've ever heard of it in that sense, because I was thinking 50-50, like you have a 50% chance within 90 pulls to get the card, 80 or 90 pulls to get the card you want. It's like, no, not that. But I didn't say that out loud. I did consider it though. I had the raffle lady explain it to me. Like, oh, a 50-50 is where you put some money in for like X amount of money goes in, and then after to get like tickets or something. So you pay for the tickets and the money goes into a pot. And then the pot is split 50-50, where 50% of the pot is given to like the organization, and then they also pull a raffle winner, and the winner gets the other 50% of it. Like, I want to do that one, and of course it was the last one. I was like, nah, I gotta win. I want to tell you, I was one number off. I was one ticket off. And I wish I could say, if I had just bought another ticket, I would have got it, because it was one underneath. If I had just bought the ticket sooner! I don't know. I think, yeah. It's probably not a healthy thing, but it's like, I can limit myself. Sort of. The thing about Love and Deep Space specifically, though, and what I hate about that gacha system is that they don't tell you what characters are coming out specifically and when. So the only time you do it is just based when you save for things. It's based off speculation of what you think is coming next, and that's really frustrating. And also the banners only last like 2 weeks, which I think is bonkers. I think it should last for at least 3 weeks. I'd say 4. But that's also because I'm used to like a Star Rail calendar, a Hoyo-defined calendar. But even back when I played Love Live School Idol Festival, I think the card lasted 3 weeks. Especially when it's a character like you really... What I hate though specifically is when they... I love it and I hate it when they do the alternate universe multi-banners though. So basically you're in an alternate universe with your love interest. Basically it's just like reincarnation. And it's always every single character gets a storyline in this... a short story in this alternate universe. I don't know... Because I can't just get one. I want I want to see how the universe is. This world is that they've built in this alternate universe, man. Like, I don't understand from just if I just get one. I need more. So I need, in order to guarantee I get a card, assuming I lose the 50-50. When I say 50-50, there, I mean the 50% chance to get the card I want and 50% chance to get something else. In order to guarantee I get the card I want, it has to be 160 pulls. I don't know what the equivalent to that is in real money. And then if you want to do it again, easy. How much money? I just want to save. Somebody's like, it's gonna save, it's gonna get better. I love your mama. Thank you! Your fellow dinosaur lover too? What is your favorite dino, my friend? My new friend. So that's such like... What's the word I'm looking for? Whimsical? Ended. A whimsical name. Ooh, full mill. follow many Dino people, but I like the T-Rex. Oh wait, yeah, you're a raider from Guerrero. I mean, the classic. You can't really go wrong with it. I also, gosh, this is how addicted to video games I am sometimes. I watched like an hour-long video of somebody 100%ing the original Fossil Fighters game. A little basic. I mean, basic's not bad though. There's nothing wrong about being basic. Why it's called basic, it's just like what's favored. If there's anything wrong with it. If anything, you can think of the losers who are like, I want to be unique. I want to be different. And they have like Ankylosaur. And then they get mad in dinosaur games when they have Triceratops and Stegosaurus and T-Rex, but they don't have a freaking Ankylosaur. Who would do that? Totally whack. Yeah. Oh my god, I realized I have only been reading my Twitch chat. The opposite. I've been ignoring Oral Crow's message. Rah! Oh, rar time. Sneakies are whack. I don't. When I say a gotcha banner, Oral Crow, I mean like basically the form of gotcha comes from these physical capsule machines in Japan. Think about like a gumball machine. Not that those should be incredibly authentic. Think about a gumball machine. Like the color you get of the gumball is random, right? So basically a banner is one big, like there's a whole bunch, there's a 50% chance that you get the blue gumball, and you want the blue gumball, and then there's a 50% chance that you get something else. So you spend, but you're guaranteed to get the blue gumball within 80, let's just say 80 pulls. So after you put the quarter in 80 times, and you can do it 10 at a time, it will get to the point where it will definitely be one of the rare gumballs that you want, or 5-star rare gumballs, but there's a chance it might not be the blue one that you want. You know? Does that make sense? Gotcha is gumballs. And so when I say banner, it's like, sometimes they got the limited edition, like, gumballs that have a different color inside them. Or sometimes they have gumballs with sparkles on them. That's what I mean. And it's limited edition. Anyway, I need to roar. Actually, wait, I know. Actually, I gotta stand up. I gotta put the B on. Ow. I gotta do the bonk button. Rah! There you go, Pocket. Thank you for redeeming Rah. The thing about the bee is it gets so distracting. Oh, he changed direction on me! I don't like the card personally, Kirby, that much. So I'm not going for it. Why is it called a banner though? Because it's like, imagine there's a big sticker on it that says, you know, we're featuring sparkly gumballs, right? Right on the machine. It's like a banner, right? It's a sticker. That's what it is. That's what it means. You get so distracted. Ducky, sorry, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the hive. Now you're gonna notify whenever I go live. If you join the Discord, it's super easy. I Discord in the chat to talk to fellow bees. Thanks again, friend. This really is a treat. All the best to you and Steve. Sent you a cool video about some fossilized ink. Dinosaur larynx. What? So bad. Hold on. I can't wait to watch this. Also, for fellow dinosaur lovers, I think it was the Sotheby's auction at the end of 2024 had sold the most expensive and fully most articulated Stegosaurus fossil that has been seen in the world, and is going to be touring around museums across the, and I think possibly across the world, and it started off with New York. So I need to visit New York because I need to see it in the Museum of Natural History. So the Stegosaurus specifically is called the Ape. I think they nicknamed it Apex. So if you ever want to look it up, look up the Apex Stegosaur fossil. It's Pocket. It's just Pocket. Pocket's so complete. So beautiful. Oh, how are you doing? I hope you have a great day and night. Daryl, how was your grandma's birthday? And the house cleaning. That was because that was yesterday. I think, because you had to leave the stream because you were just Pocket. It's Pocket in a fossil suit. Absolutely. Ah. Very cute and adorable. It's a Pocket. Get her. Put the Pocket in the pocket. Yeah. Me. Gacha players are G-gens. What are you doing here watching me then? I'm sorry. This game is a gacha game. This game, well, it's not really, but it has gacha elements in it. It has gacha elements on it. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. Get the capture jar. Later, I'm already in the walls. Oh, I'm gonna butcher this. Ebola S88. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the hive. Now you get it for whenever I go live. Feel free to join the Discord. It's super easy. The Discord in the chat to talk to fellow bees. Thanks again, friend. This really is a treat. All the best and stay for follow. Next, also me playing race. Next run, I'll surely beat my PB. Exactly. Pocket is pocket sized. No way. Actually, that reminds me. A while ago, Pocket, when she got her new model that has the vest with the pockets in it, and by the way, I'm just thinking, side note on my side note, how many times can I say the word pocket? And will it mean pocket as in pocket Paris, or will it mean pocket as in put it in your pocket kind of pocket? Just take a drink every time I say the word pocket, and it's just, you're gonna die of alcohol poisoning, I swear. Side note over. But now I forget what I was originally talking about. Such is the life of a brain. That's so out of pocket! I don't remember. Let's count. She's gonna start counting. Pocket's gonna start a pocket count. It was great. My grandma said you made her day yesterday, and she said thank you. She was sitting by me next to. Wow! Hi, Daryl's grandma. Thank you so much for keeping me and Daryl company, and everybody else in the hive. Especially Pocket, and that's number 3. How many times can I say? It's gonna be like a pocket counter. You know, sometimes people have death counters or other sort of swear counters or whatnot. I have a pocket counter. I think we're at 5 now. I'm also going to lose count the moment I get on a different tangent, though. I don't actually have, what's the word, ADHD or anything, but I feel like I get often asked in streams, like, honey, do you have ADHD? I'm like, no. I am just good at multitasking. Because I remember talking to Dino Dad specifically, And he was like, honey, you know, you're going off of, you're always blabbing about something while you're also killing a whole bunch of shit. And I was like, yeah, that's true. So I'd be like, talking about keyboards. Yeah, clicky switches, they're disgusting. Bonk, kill an enemy. Exactly. Keep it up, you're doing great. Thank you. But yeah, I think trying to play Enter the Gungeon was just a test of that. I think that's a little too overwhelming. At least with Elden Ring, specifically there's those, every movement of Elden Ring is a high commitment, in my opinion. I don't think it's a my opinion thing. I think that's just a general thing in like Souls-like games and Metroid games too. Ones with Souls-like elements where you can't just spam the attack button. There are consequences to your actions. And there are times when, yeah, you can do big damage, but if you try to do big damage and you mess up, you get penalized for that. So, it's challenging. But as long as you are having fun. You want to know what's the name of the game you're playing? This is called Holocure. It is a free game available on Steam, so I suppose if she ever wanted to try it, you could get her set up for free. It's cute girls. The story behind Holocure is that there are Hololive girls who are a collection of streamers, a company of streamers, who, one day their fans got taken advantage of and driven crazy, and now they're attacking. So basically all these little creatures on the screen are fans of different girls. So these ones, like these spider ones, are specifically fans of Hato, who is a Japanese VTuber, Japanese streamer. And by what looks like killing them is we're actually saving them. We're rescuing them. Don't ask me how, but yeah, we're doing God's work. What did you think of Chat Toys? I thought it was really interesting. I'm just not sure how it would work with running both for Twitch and YouTube at the same time. That's my issue with a lot of widgets. So, if you've been watching my streams for a while, specifically, you might notice that there is just this mustard-colored box at the bottom where the chat is. And that's because the widget that I use that combines the chat doesn't really allow for too much customization. So this was the best thing I could do. So it's just this mustard-colored box, and I'm sure at some point I can fix it or it's going to get upgraded. But for now, I'm also very lazy, and I just like to hit the go live button. That's the thing I kind of like about streaming specifically over other forms of content making, is that it's very loose. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. She said she can give it a try? Pog! But in terms of streaming, it's a very loose form of content creation, so you can be very open, you can, as long as you're taking the time to stream, if it does feel, especially when chat's active, extremely rewarding, in my opinion. It's a very, like, instant feedback kind of content, versus, say, making a very highly edited. Looks good to me. Darker is better for contrast with the white text. Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. But before, when I was using a different widget, which kept breaking all the freaking time, which is why I'm not using it anymore, that one was brown colored text on a yellowish background. Light yellow background. Which I think is more in tune with my color scheme. I'm also not very people. But yeah. In terms of streaming though, I think the most difficult part about streaming for a lot of people is just coming up with stuff to talk about. For me though, I think this is gonna be ironic, right? I'm an introvert, so I don't really like talking to people in real life. So, or sometimes it just feels like what I have to say is not important. I grew up with people often interrupting when I was speaking, which doesn't seem like a big deal. But when it adds up multiple times, for different people too, it kind of gets to the point where it feels as if what you have to say is not important at all. And so, like, it became more introverted and talked a lot less, and then I just kept more to myself rather than say stuff out loud that people didn't seem to be. Took a dark turn. But at least when I'm streaming, it's like people who want to be here and want to hear what I'm talking about, they stay, and that feels good. Kind of helps with my confidence. What I have to say is funny or interesting or something else, heartfelt. I don't know exactly, but yeah, that's kind of my reason for continuing this stream, is just that what I have to say feels somewhat important when I'm streaming versus in real life when people just constantly interrupt me. I remember specifically the phrasing that I used a lot to describe it, that how I was getting interrupted basically was that the end of my sentence was interrupted, or the middle of my sentence was interrupting the beginning of somebody else's. Honestly, I kind of feel you on that. It's kind of hard to talk before because then I feel drained after a while. Yeah, but it kind of, when I'm not talking the rest of the day, it gives me that satisfaction. But I will agree, like, after 3-4 hours of streaming, 5 hours of streaming, it can feel very taxing. Especially on your voice. I don't know if it's just a me thing. I hope it's not just a me thing. But you know, like how when you go to concerts or something and you're screaming, or an event and you're just screaming, your voice feels tired and kind of hoarse afterwards and you just don't want to really talk that much? That's like me, like most days after, or especially after streaming, where it's like my voice feels tired. I don't know how else to put it. I've been asked what it means, and that's the best way I can describe it. My voice feels tired. Does anyone else have that, like, problem? Baby, I love you. You're so cute. Thank you for sending your love. Actually, Garl, are you still here? Garl, are you still in the Twitch chat? Garl! Of course he's not doing his freaking job. Gosh darn P-Rex, never can trust them. I can do it myself. I definitely feel like talking just takes too much effort. Yeah, sometimes it just feels like too much. And like I said, when nobody is listening to you or makes it feel like what you say is not important, it makes it even more like tiring. Make sure you follow my friend Creep, Cozy Late Night. Always plays in there. If you ever want to see Honeysaur after hours, most likely I'll be typing over her chat. But she's always, I think she's mainly live when I am not live, when, like, later in the night, so on 9 PM ET. Sometimes even later, like, And it's just like a great way to calm down. Listen to creepy yap about it. I need to open up my combined chat again! Oh my god, a dinosaur! That's me! I'm a dinosaur! I'm a bouncy, bee-loving dinosaur! My name is Honeysaur, and I'm just happy to be here! Bakar, are you also I assume that you are a big fan of dinosaurs. I assume you're a big fan of dinosaurs. So now we must ask, what is your favorite dinosaur? Subbed! Immediate sub! Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. I think 555! Let's go! Wow. Dalmarzu's here! Hi, Dalmarzu! Always appreciate that you're always coming. You're like very consistently coming. I mean, there's a lot of friends who are consistent, but I know you're one of the newer names to show up, so it's always nice to see people coming back. Much appreciated. Feels like I'm doing something right. One big dinosaur fan to another. Hell yeah. Always happy to show up. I think specifically for me, and I would assume for Pocket as well, and I would assume maybe for Grarl, there are certain if you're really good friends with people, there are certain images that you just now associate with people. So for example, I have two. Mine is always honeybees and dinosaurs. So I just get sent random pictures of various items with either bees and or dinosaurs on them. Not usually together, but sometimes when it's my merch. But I have merch. What's it called? But like, somebody sent me a picture the other week of like, honey, I bought this plate and look, it has dinosaurs on it! And I was just like, that's adorable! So yes, Ankies for life! Love dinosaurs, love Ankies. Surely this time I will survive. How are you doing so far today? Doing good. I've been really productive. I was telling everybody else, every other bee that was here previously, or here moments ago, that I had a very productive day. Ixaras! Hello! Thank you so much for showing up again. But I've been very productive in terms of I'm organizing my stuff. I'm working on a coding project. Went to physical therapy for my twisted ankle after I fell down the stairs last Friday. So I want to think it's looking up for now. That feels good. Also gave my dog a bath. Which if you don't know, if you're not a dog owner, let me explain to you. There are two types of dogs. There are ones that are like somewhat chill with the baths. And there's ones that will scream bloody freaking murder the moment that they touch the water. My dog who recently just passed away, she was the kind of dog that would scream bloody freaking murder. So I'm so used to putting in earplugs when I bathe her, when I shower her. When I bathe the dogs, that it was weird to just have a silent dog who was just chill with me washing her. But she was stinky. Have you ever smelled a wet dog? Wet dogs are stinky. Also, Geek, I want to ask, how did Kiddo like the fact? Did you happen to show her that I used her drawing? Hope it made her. I'm sorting out some eBay stuff, and I shipped out this week 4 boxes, and apparently mixed up the ooh, that's bad. Yeah, that's rough. I know it's gonna be, at least for me, whenever I'm shipping out like packages and stuff, I usually try to do like box 1 package at a time, slap the label on it, and then go ahead and then bring all this group of packages to the post office. I had a puppy too who just thought it was the end of the world. I wonder if I have a video. I feel like I would have a video of my old dog screaming bloody freaking murder as I was washing her. I don't really want to go through it now, but I do have one video where she's just screaming bloody freaking murder, like crying. You would think that I'm like stabbing her or torturing her, and I'm just washing her. It's crazy. Dogs. She was excited? Hey! I'm glad! Because I really did appreciate the art. That was very nice of her. Yeah, I do too. I remember vividly doing that this Really? So how did you screw it up then? Maybe just you printed the wrong label? I think I printed out 1 label twice, so I applied each label. Oh, okay, yeah. I hate accidentally double printing the label. My greatest purchase when I was doing a lot of like selling stuff or trading stuff with people and I would send stuff in the mail is a label printer. Because when I was in uni and I was doing it, each print cost about 10 cents. Which is fine. Like, that's not bad. But the thing is that the closest printer was about a 10-minute walk away from my dorm. Then I got lazy with having to run back and forth, having to print these damn labels, and then just buying the tape to then stick it on. And I'm one of those people who like makes sure the label's really stuck on there, so yeah, that's fun. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get myself a label printer. Best freaking purchase of my life. Because it's thermal powered, so it doesn't require ink. This is what I hate about ink printers, is that they always are like, I need ink! I'm out of red ink! If you've ever used a printer, you know, where it's like, or owned a printer, when it's like, it's out of red ink and you're trying to print in like freaking black and white, and it would be like, refill my red ink! Refill it! It's like, I'm just printing in black and white! Please, you're not dying! Please! Please! Funny you should say that. I hate print, but the previous label printed. That's insufferable magenta. Insufficient magenta. I know, right? It's like, why do I need that? I'm printing my essay in black and white. Why do you need the magenta ink? Why? Oh yeah, that's right, the new age printers use like CYM now instead of RGB. God, I'm such a freaking nerd that I know that. Oh yeah, I remember those days in college. Funny you should say that. The printing issue is having is because I didn't replace the color cartridge! I'm telling you! Printers, I think there's some things that just collectively manifest, right? Like socks. If you put socks in the wash and you don't, like, there is at least a coin flip of a chance every single time you put your socks in the wash that at least one of them will suddenly disappear. Right? There is a special place in heaven for all of those socks that have lost their match because they got stuck in between the link catcher or something, I don't know. They got stuck in a pocket and then you... Oh, that's 6 or 7. I don't remember. I don't remember the pocket count anymore. Now it's +2. Ah. Yeah. Get a thermal printer. Honestly, get a thermal printer. Best freaking, like I said, best freaking purchase of my life. Didn't have to run out for ink or anything at all. It might not be as high quality as the inkjet printers or the laser printers, but gosh dang it, it's so convenient. I felt like a god with that thing. I don't get to use it, or I don't use it as much anymore, but every single time, like, my mom wants to, like, have something shipped, or is shipping something out, she will ask me to print the label with my thermal printer, and I feel like that is just such a little joy in my life that I have. It's like, oh, I get to use my little thermal label printer, let's go! Imagine trying to make a... what's it called? I find it absolutely hilarious that I can talk about something as boring as a printer and make it somewhat funny, or at least enjoyable to myself. Just try hard enough. I hit OK and the labels will put backed up with 1 extra. Damn. You got... Dang. That's rough. These birds, but I don't really need them. So I'm rich. I'm rich. Ah. Dude, this is going on for so long. Die already. Who? Oh my god, there's still 4 left? Jeez. I'm so sorry. I do more damage. Well, because they keep getting, you know what? It's because my balls keep getting blocked by all the little guys. I think that's my problem. Let me shoot my balls! This is totally stream appropriate, I swear! Don't ban me, Twitch! Collective mob. Come on. Please. Maybe we just have to focus on getting my special. Because 1 did die there, so there could be 3 left. And Ame... I know. Got Callie. Yara was first, unfortunately. Much as I love her. I love running around in circles! Circles are so happy, happy, happy joy, happy, happy circles, happy, happy joy. Oh god, I'm not even able to get to the center of the map anymore. What the hell? God. Am I gonna lose this run because I'm gonna hit 30 minutes? God. It just keeps going. Just keeps going. And we're circling. And we're... You know what? I'll go for Dinosaur. It's tragic. Come on, girl. Forge. Still alive too? Oh my god. I'm circling. I'm running circles around him. Ame. That's... There's gonna be a boss. There's gonna be like some boss that's like comes up as impossible to beat, and there's gonna be like, you took too long to beat the final boss, so we're gonna just kill you now. Please. Please. Oh my god, this concentrating. I'm like trying to put my A game on or whatever. Take range. Duck, no, duck. Don't basically it's just run around, hope I don't get caught. Slowly deal damage to bosses. Over and over. And over and over and over and over and over and over. Alone, she's on the edge. Let's go! Okay, two more left. Two more left. Ina? Ina wa doko? She's like right in the middle too. That sucks. Oh my god. This is one giant. So it's so. It's just one giant cluster. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm not sure. I'm genuinely not sure if it's gonna kill anybody. No, it must go. It must go through for enemies. So I must be doing some. How many? Very loud screaming noise. When baseball is initially thrown, gain bonus damage of 100, but this bonus reduces over time. Gotcha. Oh, so I want to be more close range. Irrelevant. Fine. Oh my god, Dino's still not dead. Dino good at. I need the Shuba. Come on, Shuba. Shuba shout! Shuba shout! Please! Oh, I killed something! That's another boss down. I think that was Ina, so then it might just be girl. Yes. Come here. At least Gura kind of like isolates herself a little bit, so I can strictly go. I think she. Was a direct attack. There we go. It took me 28 minutes! Second try. I've been playing the same character for 40 minutes! Matsuri time. It's over with. Basically, it's just I'm gonna do Holy Dragon Fire. I think that's just here. Just do the Holy Dragon Fire. Outfit with the Ahoge. Ahoge. We'll do the outfit. Glasses. You know what I have a perfectly normal addiction to now that I'm thinking about? Claw machine. I think that's just basically more gambling, isn't it? You have a problem. All you do is spend your money on chances to possibly get something. Not actual things themselves, just the chance to get them. Imagine if there was like, actually I was gonna say, imagine if there was an Amazon gacha, but I think they already have that. In terms of like the return boxes. I've never bought an Amazon return box. I've also learned to, so there's a difference between a blind box and a blind bag. Let me establish this first. The difference between a blind box is that there's like one singular item in it. Usually. And it's like one of the it could be one of 6 characters. So like There's these little dudes called Smisky out there. I think are really popular little blind box. Blind box things. And then there's blind bags, which when I think about them, I kind of think of like at a convention where the employees just sell the unwanted rich in a bag. And they're vaguely things that are related to each other. Because I remember I bought Pokemon mystery bag from a convention and I was just thoroughly disappointed because it was none of the Pokemon. It was none of the like popular Pokemon. It was the more rejected ones. I was like, this was a waste of. I'm never doing those. I'm not gonna do those. I don't really like those. Because it's like, you know. I know that you know that I know that there is not a good. That you did not put good things inside that mystery bag. Maybe that's what it's called, mystery bags. I just imagine also, I watch a lot of, I haven't watched it that often, but I have watched every single one of. A quick question, Holocure is basically Vampire Survivor? Yes! At least this part of the game is specifically Vampire Survivor based. There's now like farming and fishing in it, which are more side games. But this is the main gameplay. It started out as a vampire. I mean, and it's more just dedicated to the Hololive Vtubers. Kinda, sorta. Yes and no. They added a lot of additional elements about it too, so it's like, it's not, I can't just say, oh, it's strictly Vampire Survivor clone. I feel like I know them all too well. I have this installed, but I've never actually tried. What's stopping you? These are not. Stupid question, but have you tried Vampire Survivor before? I just compared it, but I'm not sure. I know what it is, I have not played it. The advantage, or the advantage I feel that this game has over Vampire Survivor is that it's... Not only that, it has cute girls. It's almost Pride Month, I can say that, right? I'm a sucker for cute girls. I like to support girls. That playable girl. Exactly! And it's very much... It's made for fans, by fans, so you can't really complain. In my opinion. I mean, sure, there are balancing issues, like specifically with this character, her weapon right now is weak. This is max level, and it takes like 3 hits. Kind of annoying. Guba. Barida. Bigida. Yeah. Yes. Amorzu, I forget, are you a Hollow fan? Where's my Asakoko? Yeah, who's your Oshi? Oshi, I guess. It's weird, right? I used to think Oshi, you would only have like, maybe like 1 Oshi or whatever, and then it's like, now it's like if you have 1 Oshi, that's your kami-oshi, and then you have other favorites. Those ones are just regular Oshis. Asakoko is a point. No way. Very funny. I need the item, the OP lab. That's why I want it. There we go. Curious, what's the latest gen that they have in this game? I'm not that big a fan, but girl was the one that got. I love baby. So and I haven't watched that much of Justice. I watched Advent. I think flew him over. But the latest gen that they have in it, I know that they have all of Hollow ID because there's only 9 of them, and it would be fantasy. They have Hollow ID. They don't have Advent, so they only have the first 2 gens of Eon. They have Gen 0, they have Gen 1, they have Gen 2. I think it's Gen 3. Echo. Quite behind. Every update is undiluted quality. Yeah, exactly. That's why they're kind of like behind on some of the talents, I feel. It's like it could be updated more, but there's a lot of it, like I said, complete fan project. Nobody makes any money from it whatsoever. It's just a pure passion project that people love. And so naturally the updates are gonna be slow because it doesn't, if you don't make people pay for it, it's not good. Bills. I have to get around to trying it. I think you should. It's definitely one of those games that it can be done in about half an hour-ish, and you could do one and feel like satisfied about it. Satisfied with progress. Yay, I beat 1 level, kind of thing. I used to bring my Steam Deck into the office and into work. And they'd ask me what I was playing. I have to say Holocure. They're like, what's that? I'm like, it's a Vampire Survivor. Oh. I just have so little time for games I like to play lately. I'm not even able to chill. I feel like I watch streams. I have to be in the mood to watch streams. It depends on like who. Like for me, like I think I said like my kami-oshi is Takanashi Kiara. That being said, I don't think I could watch her stream. She is very hyper, higher energy, and I like that because she's funny about it. But then there's sometimes where it's like I wanna have a chill time. Like I'll watch something else. That is a slight to anyone like hitting hard. Who's that? Who's Takanashi Kiara? She's in the same generation as Hololive. Is that it was Ian first. The fee. I know the name. Ah, okay. Sure. I feel like also this game it can look like a lot when you're just watching it. But when you're playing it, it can be somewhat overwhelming too. When you first unlock it, because you're not sure what's good, what's bad, and your experience stuff. I like to when I play games, I do like to experience when I'm playing new games, I do like to mostly experience it myself and not use many guides. I was saying this to people. So Elden Ring specifically, I don't really look stuff. I don't look at stuff at all. I have people in the chat tell me when I ask for it, but I don't want to look it up because it gets like short. And sometimes I feel like a badass because I figured out something like by myself. This game is incomprehensible to watch. It doesn't matter because that's it. True! Fair enough. I mean, every once in a while I'll talk about what's on. No holy dragonfire, it's fine. They didn't give me the regular. I know the game style. Empires was a life. Really easy to pick. Yeah, that's what I think. I'm definitely I do like games where there's definitive pause points. For example, Monster Hunter, you can do just one hunt. Fine. Hades, you can do one Hades run and then stop. Games like this in Animal. Y'all go. Monster Hunter was great for that. Yeah, just do one run. The thing about Animal Crossing is that there's like no definitive, this is a clear stopping point. I mean, sure, you can one like, oh, you do find the tree, you find, or what is it? What was the dailies for Animal Crossing? Don't tell me. Find the 4 fossils, hit the rocks to find the money rock, and find the glowing bell spot. And if you wanted to get even more intense, and then also find the message in a bottle, or the recipe in a bottle. And then if you wanted to get even more intensive, you could shake all the trees because there's a certain amount of items in those trees. Some of them have items, some of them have beehive or wasp nests, stuff like that. Animal Crossing was just remodel a couple homes for fun. Build a couple shake trees. Bad wasp. Yeah. I feel like the music used to scare me when I was younger. When you shook. Actually, you know what was even more traumatizing than like being worried about getting stung by bees? For me, was always Mr. Rossetti. And I was one of those, like, I know I'm part of the reason why he's gone, I guess, because children got very, very scared of him because he was a jerk. I remember not saving and it was like because my battery died or something and he made me like type out I'm stupid or something. Hello Kitty Island Adventure is interesting because puzzle done. Yeah, I'm interested in it. That being said, I don't think I'd pay for it. I think I'm at the point in my life where I feel like I don't want to pay full price for a game unless it's like something I'm really hype about. I got an email, for example, from Best Buy, I think. Maybe it was Pokemon Center that the new Pokemon game is available for pre-order or something, and there's gonna be special pre-order bonuses. And I'm like, eh. If I really want, if the game, like, I'll wait till other people try it and like how it is. But, like, for example, I definitely never pre-order anything. I've never seen anyone be happy that they did that well. What about, Itai, did you pre-order the Switch too? I always wait for Steam sale. Can we talk about how there's like 3 different Steam sales going on right now? It's kind of crazy how many different Steam sales. I was like, half my wish list was on sale and it's, I was just confused. I'm like, is it the spring sale? Like, but the spring sale already passed, so And it was crazy. It felt weird. Pokemon has exhausted. I mean, y'all know. Alright, good. I was hoping you would. When I first got the game, the tarantula at night killed me and I freaked out. Yes, the tarantulas are so mean. Elmo, thank you so much for the $30 tip. Wait. Oh, okay. Wait, I thought for a second that it was Otoko, who donated and was just like, now you have money to buy the Hello Kitty Island Adventures. Now you gotta buy it. I also have to get down. You know, everybody has a backlog too. But thank you so much for the 30 bucks. Then now is the best time to get in a while to get either PC or Steam Deck gaming. Yeah, yeah. Basically. The thing for me about gaming consoles specifically, sorry, I'm just like sitting up, adjusting myself and drinking water. That's why I paused the game. The thing about me for gaming consoles is it always feels like you're running on an expiry. There's like it's going to expire at some point. You don't know when, but it's going to expire. And it's a matter of, is it worth the trouble to get it fixed? Because if it's like 5 years old and there's a newer model, say it's like the PlayStation model and there's a new one out, are you really gonna shell out money to get your old one fixed? Or are you just gonna buy a new one? Like, you can always buy a new one. And Steam Deck is also just an it's just a model of being able to take your PC everywhere. Today's my first paycheck after being employed for my brothers and friends out to a nice. And so honored. I think I want to say that we're very similar. When I remember when I got my first paycheck from my internship, the first thing I did was take my parents out, pay for dinner. And they're like, why is that the first thing you want to do with your first paycheck? Don't you want to do something else with your paycheck, honey? And I was like, what better way to spend my paycheck than on the people help me most, you know? I get it. I get that feeling. I think it's just funny that the Steam Deck is nearly cheaper than the Switch too. Yeah. I wish I had the OLED model though. I bought the 64 gig one, regular like LCD model. And I kind of wish I had the OLED because I do have like a Switch OLED and the OLED screen is nice. I'm not gonna spend money. And also I modded my Steam Deck too, so I have, like I took it apart and I put in a new 1 terabyte SSD because I don't like having those little like SD cards. I feel like they always load so slow. And also then I worry about losing the card. And it's like, oh honey, you could just leave it popped into the console. And it's like, no! This is what the Nintendo Switch taught me, is that the SD card is in a terrible freaking slot. I don't wanna have to deal with that nightmare again. Kind of thing. So I just hate those little micro SD cards. It depends. Very old consoles are now super accessible thanks to emulators. In contrast, games for Windows XP are getting more. I mean, I think emulators have really saved retro gaming, personally. Did I sell my goods? Oh my god, I sold my good stamp. Oh well. What's it called? Oh man, I'm forgetting what I was gonna say. Retro gaming, yeah. Retro gaming emulators. I think they've saved retro gaming. Where it's just a lot more accessible than buying cartridges, trying to figure out how to get old to work. One of my friends has one of those like old TVs, you know, like before flat screen TVs, they all had the big heavy ones. I don't know how else to describe it. Like the big heavy ones. I know there's a certain term for it. Those kind of TVs. Yeah, he has one of those in his room to try and run like all of his retro. He's like a retro gamer. Yeah, the tube CRT TV. Yes, I couldn't think of the term. Meanwhile, Nintendo was $60 for a worse version. Yeah, exactly. The thing about Nintendo games is that I think what are they now? $70? They're gonna be up to $70 for a worse version of the game. I don't know about that. And like it's not gonna run as good. I don't know. If it comes out on PC, I'm getting it. I'll wait. I'll honestly do. I have to... Let me just do something to do. Texting. Why is texting so slow? This is why I like keyboards. I can use all my fingers. I like being able to use all my fingers. Makes it more efficient. I'm also wait. Can I say this? I think I can. I'm a swipe typer for my what's it called? For my phone. They invented swipe typing, where you can just drag your finger along and it will figure out what you wanted to write. That was great. I like swipe. That makes it like, then I don't have to like pound on mine. I don't know if I could ever get used to that. I know, it's weird. I remember Skiddo like watching me swipe type and she's like, how do you do that? But the thing is that I guess this can relate, right? I'm a light typer in general, so I usually in my keyboards I prefer lighter springs, lighter weight kind of things. I mean, I grew up with membrane keyboards, so I guess it makes sense. So I don't like bite my keyboard, push really hard into it. I just sort of, it's a very light tap for the most part, I think. I want to believe. So Papa B recently came to me and was like, hey honey. I'm like, oh god, what do you want? You know, but beyond that, it's telling me that his fingers started hurting and he couldn't figure out why. And I'm like, it's because of the way you type. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, because you're pounding away on this little tiny thin keyboard, so you're basically pounding on your desk with your 3 fingers, because he doesn't home row type properly. I'm like, what do you expect? And then you also jam your thumbs on your phone screen all the time to do the texting. I'm like, do you want me to show you how to swipe text? And he's like, what the hell is that? What kind of black voodoo magic is that? And I'm like, no, it's super easy. You just, you know, you use your one hand, you swipe across the keyboard without lifting it up, and the computer knows, can guess based on that pattern of where you put the finger of what you were trying to type. And it's not always right. Like I said, it's not always right. Very convenient. You're just using quick stuff. So that in combination with like abbreviations of like WRU kind of thing makes it... That doesn't sound too bad. Overpriced remastered is still better than online games ever. How about the fact that like I probably watched too much obscure YouTube videos. First it was Fossil Fighters, and then I watched somebody play a whole bunch of those online MMO games from like your childhood basically. So played like Club Penguin, and Fantage, Animal Jam. I'm trying to think of... There was a lot of them. Oh, Toontown. Toontown, that's the other one I was thinking. It all just got shut down. Dude, I don't know why they shut down Club Penguin. I think they could still... That despite how janky it was, that game could have still captured hearts. Now they're all playing Fortnite! Now all the kids play your Fortnite! What happened to socializing and being a penguin? Now they're just killing each other. Back in my day, we digitally threw snowballs at each other. Good evening, James! How are you? Good to see you here. Glad you were able to catch the stream. You see the fan reboot of Toontown? Yeah, like the town. Yeah, basically they have one for Toontown rebooted, have one for Penguin. I think they have one for Fantage as well. But all these like MMO games. Oh, what about freaking the Disney Pixie Hollow game? That one's gone. It's not my thing, but it looks pretty cool to have a whole fan process and stuff. That's actually pretty sweet. I think the gameplay got extremely repetitive for me personally, that I was like, I'm not interested anymore. But you know what? Actually, you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Wizard 101, which is still kicking somehow. Wizard 101 is still alive, but that's not exactly like a browser MMO game, but it's still like an older MMO that like got really popular. My issue with that game is that they just keep adding more stuff. And they just keep adding new worlds and like new spells, and they don't really do much. Like, it doesn't change the dynamic that much. The Trackmania player, the collapse of Ubisoft is kind of scary. There's a chance all servers may go. Yeah, exactly. I'm too introverted for online play. Well, here's the great thing is that you can play an online multiplayer game without actually like talking to people or stuff like that. You know? Sometimes like you'll just be like sitting at a table playing like a single player Mancala game against the CPU, and then like somebody will come up and just join for the heck of it. Like, cool, thanks. You're playing with a real person. I used to I feel like this explains so much, but I used to be really good at the typing. I used to be really good at the typing. Finish so fast. I love that so much. Because I'm good at typing. Like typing. VTuber chat is like 99% social fix valid. I feel like that's kind of what I like about conventions too, is like you see all these people who like don't talk to each other, and none of them can just like be awkward together in one huddle. And it's like, you guys want to get dinner? It's like, well, now I don't want to be without the group, because now the group's hungry. They want to get dinner, so I guess I'll get dinner, even though I'd really rather go take a nap, but I don't want to do that because I'm having fun, and now I don't know what to do, and now I'm exhausted, and I'm eating dinner, sitting down at dinner with all these people that I really don't know that well, but they're all talking about my favorite game or my favorite streamer or whatever, and it feels okay. Feels okay. Hate playing with random. I feel like it depends on the game. I think I feel like a lot of sentences tonight are starting with, I think I've said this before. But truly, I think I've said it this before. In terms of online multiplayer games, I feel like the ones that are competitive, where there are a lot of toxic people, are not the place. Like I'm a recovered League addict. I don't play League anymore. I dropped that shit. I was like, I'm not touching this game. I'm clean. I used to play Overwatch. I was like pretty good at Overwatch. I think I got to like plat or something. So not like super good, but like good enough, I guess. But I just hated playing the, oh god, the game is crying. Play another game with her. I have to play another game with Matsuri! Oh my god. We're doing a Kaela game. We're doing a Kaela game. You trying to solo live all of them? Not all of them, but it's just like, I prefer personally having just one weapon, because sometimes my computer gets overwhelmed and I get a little overwhelmed when I get playing out of character. No, but I was saying no, I want to start FANART collection. It looks like a fun game. Again, it's another one that I'm gonna just wait for when it so. Will it be past the hype? Yes. But the people who really love the game will stick around to watch it, and then people who like me as a content creator will. That's kind of my ick. The game kind of gone on. What if I just do giant first? Do giant. Nap time. I wish it was nap. I feel like the perfect nap time is around 3 p.m. in the afternoon. You can take like an hour and a half nap and 4:30 and that's bad. Or if you take a nap at 4, you wake up at 5:30 and that's bad. If you take a 3-hour nap, you wake up at 6 and it's like, oh, well, it's a little late, but it's dinner time, so you can't complain. After that, it's like, after you eat dinner and you're gonna take a nap, this feels like, why am I not doing more? You know, like, why am I not just like going to sleep for the rest of the day? But what I was saying about Overwatch specifically is that I was an Overwatch player. I got to plat. The reason that made me quit Overwatch was because of the toxicity that I received, not only the general toxicity of that game, but also as a girl gamer. I have a... Would you believe it if I said that I'm a girl? Crazy, right? But obviously I have a feminine, you know, being a girl, I have a more feminine sounding voice and stuff like that. And the sexual harassment on that game got so bad that it was just the moment I just want to play the game, man. Why do you have to, like, what are you gaining from this? What are you gaining from telling me to go back to the kitchen? Telling me saying that you're great meat and shit. I don't get it. I don't get what profound things they're trying to get from saying sexual, that like bitch you wish kind of thing. That's not much. I don't know, maybe I should try Toontown. The thing is like those MMO games are grinds. And it's like, I'm an achievement-driven person for stuff. I have a lot of games in Steam. I have a decent amount of games in Steam for just stuff. But I want the achievements to actually be like fun and not just get 100 parrots or something. I don't know where I came up with parrots, but you know. Like, I don't want to just sit there and collect stuff for the sake of collecting it. I want to, like, also be experimenting. That's why for this game, it's like I can only play it only so many games in a row before I just get kind of like, I want to do something else. But I love Hololive to the point where I'm like, I so want it. And it's unique enough that I have fun with the different characters. But yeah, I still want to play. You say you have a coding project? I like IRL achievements. Yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure I can. I'm helping out with my friend's game jam. I'm helping with that. It's been funny though, because I've had to explain to more people than I thought I would about like what the heck is a game jam. I forget that not everybody is CS. Like, I guess I've surrounded myself with so many like CS people and like people who know programming and computers and stuff that it's like, what the hell is that? What's a game jam? Like, can you eat it? And it's like, I'm gonna get and honestly, Dinosaur girl, same difference. Yeah, exactly. It's like, how are you supposed to explain to a non-CS person what a... It's like trying to explain to my mom what a Vtuber is. It's not gonna go through that well. It's not gonna translate that well. It's better to just like see it in action kind of thing, in my opinion. But I've had to explain what a game jam is multiple times, and it's like, I can't just say it's like a hackathon. Because then they get even more confused because what's a hackathon? What's a hackathon kind of thing? I don't know what to say about that. Like, a poetry slam for nerds! It's, I don't know, the way I've been describing it is like a competition where you make a game within a certain amount of time according to and that's what I've been going with so far. And it's like, but the reward is just having made a project and having it be in this collection of other cool games that were over at that same time period. Like, what's the point of that? But it's, you know, it's fun. I think definitely game dev is the sort of great place that is the overlap for people with very like analytical mindsets, also creative as well. The tech stack in Unity. If you're asking, I think that's. I feel like Unity is just the default for most people. I really want to learn Godot though. I bought a Humble Bundle package. I bought a Humble Bundle package, which is a whole bunch of Godot lessons. But I still haven't started it yet. Because, and the reason why I say like, oh, I want to learn, I don't know too much Unity, so I mainly rely, you know, I'm just kind of helping out where I can. But, the licensing things with Unity, where it's like if you sell over X amount or something, you tax for some reason. So I'm like, I'd rather learn. I don't like Python, and the Godot C# seems less. Well, because here's the thing, right? It depends on how you interact with the community. Like how you interact with the community. I will agree that there are some people who, like, there is probably a vocal minority that make it like seem political, but I feel like there's always just some group that like have a vocal minority. My understanding is that if you're all CS people, you're all basically coming from, like, you should be coming from the same place, and most of us are like just chill introverted people, and then there's some of us who are like not, and that's not cool. We don't like those kinds of. So it's like, it's more for like my own personal project of actually learning engine fully by myself. Because I don't know where to start with Unity, I'm gonna be honest. And it's like, oh, you could start with tutorials and stuff. I could buy another package, but a Humble Bundle package was only like 20 bucks for like 20 lessons, so I'm like, that's not bad. I'll do that. Plus I don't. Fun fact about Honeysaur actually, is that at some point I wanted to be an animator. I wanted to do like animations and stuff, because I thought that was fun. But, so I took an animation class in uni, and it was going great so far with like the hand-drawn animation. I love that. And then we got to 3D. Oh my god. I cannot do 3D for my life. My brain cannot think in 3 dimensions. Especially that the computer screen is only 2 dimensions and you have to keep like turning it around and stuff like that. It doesn't work. I don't understand. And I was like, I presented my final project, which had to be in 3D, and I'm like, I don't think this is that good. And the teacher was like, it's fine. It's not bad for your first time. You can keep it up. And I'm just like, no, I don't think I will. Nope, not doing that. Yeah, I feel like everyone's good, has their like strengths and weaknesses and stuff. I was a professional Unity dev for years, then I dropped out right before they introduced the dot stuff. Web since I only do 3D, you can always ask me for. The thing is that like, I don't know. Another fun fact about me is that I don't like asking for help. I'm like always the person I'm the kind of kid who would sit in the corner with like, if you had like like, let's say they were all like trying to put something together, trying to make like the best like popsicle. Like I would sit and figure it out, and like I can't get the popsicles to stand in the first place. I would just sit there by myself trying to figure it out and basically banging my head against the wall, doing things. I don't like asking for help. I love helping other people out, but I don't particularly like asking people for help. So I'm always like, people. I definitely appreciate that everybody offers about it. Oh, that reminds me. We were talking about the Stream Toy plugin. Definitely interested. Oh wait, no, actually I already mentioned it. I mentioned it already. Yeah, like I think I said it. Just need it to be able to integrate with both. I like being. Exactly, like I love helping people out. But I don't like being the person to ask for help, and sometimes I feel like I'm desperate. And it's like, honey, that's not true. And it's like, no, but I feel that way! I don't know how else to describe it. You know? I'm just doing my best here. Kind of thing. What's it called? Look at all these mops. I think I was talking about Wizard 101. I want to go back to Wizard 101. It's nostalgic, but only for like the first 2 rounds. Because then the third one I didn't like as much. Because the third, so if you've never heard of Blizzard 101, it's basically like a turn-taking act where there's like 4 players on a team and 4 monsters, and they take turns casting spells at each other. And you can save up like your mana point of pips to cast better spells of like a spell deck that you can cast. And they have you go through like different worlds helping people and stuff. Very quest heavy, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't really even remember much of the story. I just know that I never got to like the first initial ending world. But it was kind of frustrating. I don't know, then they realized that people didn't like being locked out of new worlds because they weren't high enough levels, so then they started trying to do it where, okay, you can just go to this world whenever you want now. But it wouldn't make it part of like the main quest, so then what's the point of doing it? And they wouldn't give a lot of XP. XP. I need my XP. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna tell you guys this. I was walking to a train the other week or so, and I was like walking down the stairs as you do, and this woman kind of came up behind me, to my side, and was like, "Oh, are you going to this stop?" And I was like, "No, I'm not going to that stop, but I'm going to like the stop that's on that same train." And she's like, "Great, I have no idea where I'm going. Would you be able to help me out?" And I felt like I was doing one of those real-life escort quests. Like, my gamer brain went off, and I was like, I'm doing a real-life escort quest. Walking this lady with me to the train. It felt cool. I felt cool. I know it's not the biggest. Like, obviously I was just walking, but... Listen, I'll take anything that makes me feel just a little bit cool. Just give me that little bit. I need that little assurance. Thank you, Holy Dragon Fire. Those brooms and fire. I'll save you. Because I need it. No. Actually, membership. There is an update coming out for the... I just don't remember. And they're gonna... I think they were... Originally there was talks about adding like a roguelike mode. I'm not sure if that's still... Ooh. I was also saying though that I really like playtesting games as well, like indie games that people make, because I have a tendency to break games or like clip out of bounds. I remember I was helping a friend test out their indie horror game that they were making, and I'm like, I'm lost. And they're like, what do you mean you're lost? There's a map. And I'm like, no there's not. And they're like, holy crap, honey, you're out of the bounds. And I'm like, I didn't do it on purpose. And I'm like, how did you get out of bounds? I'm like, I really don't know. You should have been watching me, because I was just playing the game how I thought I was supposed to, and somehow I ended up out of bounds. So, pretty crazy. I like that kind of funny thing. That'll do it, lol. I mean, that just means I'm a good game tester. That just means I'm a good game tester, you know? Like, if I accidentally break the game, some other idiot, you know, now is not gonna have to make that same mistake. I'm a hero. I'm a hero. They wouldn't know that players could clip out of bounds in that one certain spot unless I accidentally did it. That's me! That's me right there! I was also thinking about like doing, what's it called? I wanted to do something like sort of special for hitting 500 subs on YouTube, but now we're kind of past. It's been a few weeks and we're kind of past that point. But I still want to do something to celebrate a bit. And I was like, God, I could do a donathon, but I'm like, what would I actually do for a donathon? And then immediately, what my first thought was like, maybe if somebody donates $50, I'll sing "Let It Go." But then they're gonna just keep spamming me with $50, or at least I hope they don't do that. Because I hate Let It Go. I hate Let It Go so much. I don't like Frozen. I don't like Frozen at all. My cousin, or I don't know, they're not necessarily my cousin. I think they're like step cousins, I guess. When Frozen came out, basically sang just the chorus of Let It Go for like 3 hours. And I was like, you know what? I just finally got fed up with them. And I just said, you know what? I actually hate Frozen. And it made her cry. But like, that's not my fault. I'm like, if it will get her to shut up about stop singing and crying instead, you know what? It's a change of pace. Not quite the same. Hi, I'm back. Welcome back, Daryl. Not quite the same, but I used to do design and development for card games way back and did a lot of beta testing, trying to break the rules and find broken things before the production. Like TCG card games? Or like... That sounds really cool. I want to learn more. Tell me more. I want to learn more about cards. I don't like Frozen, but I like the Frozen conspiracy. What's the Frozen? Do I ask what the Frozen conspiracy is? What's the difference between CCGs and TCGs? CCGs versus TCGs. Collectible card games and trading card games are often used interchangeably in the context of card games. They do have nuances. A TCG generally allows players to trade cards with each other, while TCGs focus on collectability of the card, not a price. Oh, naruhodo ne. Yeah, you got it. Well, imagine if you know, I feel so smart when I could just look up all the freaking answers. Thanks, Google. I feel like the only card games I'm familiar with are, like Pokemon and Magic the Gathering. Oh my god, wait, I'll tell you something funny. I was at a board game convention, a long time ago. Maybe not that long ago, I don't remember exactly. But I was at a board game convention and they were trying to show off this like Star Wars TCG game. And I was like waiting to play some other game or like test out some other game. And this guy came over and was like, hey, you like Star Wars? And I was like, I flat out just said no. I did, like, you know, there's like the way that people like vibe, I guess. Like when you get that certain vibe off of somebody, it's like, this guy seems pushy. I just am immediately saying like, no. You like Star Wars? No. And then it got super awkward. And they were like, honey, that's so rude. I'm like, but he wouldn't have left us. Cause then even after I still said no, he was like, well, that's okay. You seem like you're a fan of trading card games. And then I said, no. And then he didn't know what to say. But he kept trying with my friends. He then like turned to my friends and were like, but you like trading card games in Star Wars, right? And they were like, hell yeah, I do. And I was like, oh god, we're never gonna hear the freaking end of this. So I'm standing there as they're getting borderline what I'd call harassment, advertising harassment with trying this Star Wars game. I'm like, no. And a few times he was like, are you sure you don't want to try it? I'm like, no. Savage. Brutal. Yeah, like, yeah, exactly. Like, I want to, like, stay away from me. I don't want to touch your Star Wars game. Walt Disney is supposedly cryogenically frozen, so they made a movie called Frozen, so Google for Disney Frozen. I thought it was just his head. But I could be wrong. They made a movie. That's... Oh yeah, that's great. Happened to me before, especially when annoying, like, power set. Yeah, like, when they got that energy where it's like, you know, you guys know, like just that energy where it's like they're not gonna leave you alone. It's like you're minding your own business. I was on a class trip once in like a shopping district, and one of my friends was, or I guess one of my classmates, I wouldn't say they were my good friend or whatever, then started getting like, this lady came over and started saying like stuff, like trying to get them to buy stuff. And I was just like, we don't want it. We don't want your crap. I'm very blunt like that, where it's just like, I don't want your crap. Get out of here. And like, she backed off. She was just like, what the hell? Why can't people get the hint, right? That is not... Actually, that's not a hint. That's just like a smack to the face of like, I don't want it. Leave me alone. And they're still like, nah, I'm gonna try. Just in case. Like a guy at the store who ambushes you to buy a new phone service. Yeah. It's like worse than door-to-door salesman. Because at least with like the door-to-door salesman, you could just close the door. No. If you're in public and they come up and start harassing you, there's only so fast you can walk. And they might be able to... It's worse if they can catch up. It's like I am actively walking away and they're still following you. Exactly. Justice head. It is his justice head? That's what I thought. Alright, cool, maybe. I don't know what they're gonna do with it. Honey, why don't you take the hint? I don't drop hints, okay? For one, I am a very dense person. I think you guys kind of know that. But because of that, I've also become like very dense to the point where it's just like, if I don't want to do something, I'll just be like, I don't want it. I don't want to do that. For the most part. To like strangers, if they're coming up, you want to buy our useless garbage? No. No, I really don't. And the way you're pitching it? No. But I'm like really dense sometimes. I think of I remember we were coming back from like a break or something, and my ex, we were talking with like, I was talking with him and some of his friends, and they were like, oh, let's, you know, when we're back we should play League of Legends, and he's like, nah, I'm gonna be busy. And I was like, and then I asked him later, like, oh, what are you gonna be busy with, and not, instead of playing League of Legends? He's like, hanging out with you, dummy! I was like, oh. Oh. You didn't tell me that. And he's like, well, I just assumed you want to hang out with me. I'm like, yeah, I guess I do. You know, but it's like, that's my level of density. Last week I did something from my door-to-door folks. They were HelloFresh competitors. The first week was... Huh? Oh, I want to hear this story, Baloo. I want to hear this. I'm always so like nosy when somebody mentions something to me. I'm like, you now mentioned it. I've got to tell me the whole story. Oh, or is it just like the advertising? Girls' rights. What do you mean, girls' right? I did get the food. It was nice. Wait, no, of course. The thing about those subscription services is they always just want to like lock you into the subscription. That's how they get you. Also, have you realized now with like the free trial stuff these days? In order to get like the free trial, so let's say it's like a 30-day free trial, instead of just activating the trial for 30 days and then like, oh, you know, then you can cancel like your credit card on the first day so you don't get charged after the 30 days. Nah, they want you to have your credit card information up until that 30th day. Otherwise, they're gonna remove the free stuff. And it's like, what the hell? What's the point? Why do I have to have my credit card? They purposely want you to forget. It's so predatory. They want you to stop it. They don't want you to forget. Kind of thing. My biggest gripe is that they said chicken recipes for 30 twice a week. I hate cooking chicken. Oh my god, I hate cooking chicken. I feel you so much with that. I don't like cooking chicken. I'd really like to finish up with matsuri. Let's do Aki. Keeps it simple for me too. I mean, the thing about chicken is just like, it takes so long. I don't know how else to say it. It just takes a long time. And like, chicken inherently has no flavor. What do you mean, wah, girl? You're a wah. You're a disappointment. You probably hear that all the time, though. No BS, like, this recipe is easy. You'll need 3 pans, 5 bowls. You know what I hate? I hate in a kitchen when it's like, they're like, you should prep your ingredients. And like, the thing about prepping the ingredients is like, it wants you to use like 1,000,000 freaking bowls. I'm lazy, right? If you use 1,000,000 freaking bowls, then you gotta do 1,000,000 freaking dishes. Oh, I hit a little too close to home there, girl. Oopsie daisy. It's like, you'll need 3 pans, 5 bowls, 2 knives, a broiler, and also a stapler. What the hell? What did I run into? Oh, you know what? I probably got struck by lightning. I think I got struck by lightning! God. Wild. That's crazy. Okay. Try again. I need to get like a healing item. That's an amazing skip from the onion on that top. Really? Of just like making why you have to meal prep or like yeah. Because I remember I had a friend like cook me dinner in my kitchen one time when I was in like apartment, and I was just like, how are you using so many dishes? Why are you using so many dishes? And they're like, well, they told me to prep it. I'm like, no, I don't want to have to do, you're gonna have to do all those dishes. Because you know, if somebody else is cooking, I offer to do the dishes because it's like, okay, you cook, I clean kind of thing. But if you make 1,000,000 freaking dishes, I don't want to do it anymore. I hate doing dishes. I think that's like my ultimate least favorite freaking chore to do. Perfect 1 pot, 6 pan, 10 wok, 25 baking sheet dinner. Also, I'm hoping it's not just a me thing, but whenever you are using the oven, you guys use like tinfoil? Because I will purposely put like a layer of tinfoil such that I don't have to, so I don't have to clean the pan. Because then all the grease gets on the tinfoil and I could just like toss it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to do dishes. I hate doing dishes. Like I said, like, least favorite activity, household chore that I absolutely loathe. I think I loathe it the most. It's ridiculous though. I rarely cook, so I mean, even if you don't cook, like if you get like a heat up meal or something, or you have like leftovers, you gotta put it like on a plate or something. And then you know, they don't provide they're trying to save the environment or whatever, so they don't provide any of the plastic forks anymore. It's like now you gotta use your real fork, so you still gotta clean that too. You just can't get away with like not doing anything, unfortunately. Unless you go out to eat to a restaurant like every day. That seems time consuming and also very expensive. Listen, just don't let me sing Let It Go. Don't make me sing Let It Go and then I'll be fine, I guess. I'd rather do dishes than have to sing Let It Go. I just buy paper plates and plastic forks because I hate the earth. Fuck Mother Nature. Like, you're the guy who writes in the instructions, where's my fork? Like, I need forks. So I want to act like I'm doing good by the planet. So I just do you know, I'm using the reusable stuff. And I'm saving water by using less pots. Yup, exactly. That's it. Perfect. I don't know. I need to get a heal. I real. Only thing that's annoying to clean cooker. Yeah, rice cookers are kind of a pain. What I love though, I got so jealous of my friends who apparently got a rice cooker from a thrift store for like $3, and it was if you know anything about rice cookers, the best rice cooker brand is Zojirushi. Those rice cookers are kind of like the king of rice cookers, and they got it for like $10. Because the thing about Zojirushi is that they know that they're the best, so they just kind of stop updating the look of the design. So they all look like they're sort of from the 40s. And that's okay, because they're still the best freaking rice cooker. And so I guess the thrift store or whatever, I don't know. Would you call it I don't know, the secondhand store was like, we'll sell it for $10 and it's probably worth like 130. I'm one of those like small cheap. Oh, like the pop down ones. Or what is it? Yeah, like the pop down one, basically. It will like pop up when it's done and it will like spring up very sort of satisfyingly. I'm talking about that one. See, I know my rice cookers. There's a bizarre amount of things that I know probably more information about than you would expect. Thank you. Finally. Thanks to the temperature-sensitive magnets. Yeah. I don't know. I thought it had to do with like the water content. I could be wrong. I was like, nah, I don't care enough about it. I just know that the rice on the outside always gets like really burned. Kind of like charred almost tasting. And sometimes the middle's like not cooked well. It's like, YouTube. Thanks, YouTube. True, YouTube is just the ultimate resource for everything like. I think we're just gonna. I spent the last few days binging Bobby Broccoli. Yeah, YouTube is just such a great place to live. Those like 1 hour documentaries sort of types on the gosh darn like most random things ever. It's so great. And you learn so much. Like I feel like I'm learning. Education. Or it's just playing to my nostalgia. Oh yeah, I was saying I watch a lot of Dog VA. I don't watch too much of him, but I like to watch his like crane game versus that's like the non-educational content that I consume. I've ever dog on speedrunning Mario 64, let's go! Well, you can file paperwork at the same time as watching the movie. I heard Connor. You heard of Connor? Like you watch Dog VA? I like his crane game series. I just think they're... I see British men, I have good time. Haha, stoic British man funny. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. What are people's opinions of... What's it... I know that I'm forgetting his name. I'm forgetting his name exactly, but his channel is like abroad in Japan. He does like a lot of collabs with VA. And he's just like the pinnacle of stoic, sarcastic British men. No, not the no, the British one. Seen it, not super into those. I have a crane game addiction, and when I can't play a crane game, I'll just watch other people do it. It's like why people watch those unboxing videos just to get the feeling, you know, act like they have the similar excitement of having purchased a new item. Minus 12? Oops. Map. I wasn't thinking too much. I'll follow because there was a mention of Dog VA. Much appreciated. Thank you for the follow and the hat. Now you're gonna know for whenever I go live. Feel free to join the Discord super easy. Yeah, Discord in the chat to talk to fellow and friends really the best of you. Have you ever tried one of those webcam crane games? I won toilet paper one during the pandemic. That is so great. Damn, I have tried them. The issue is that I don't know. It feels really dumb to be paying real money for the digital crane game. I didn't want to do it. I don't know. Because I know like the moment that I put money into it, I'm gonna constantly like check back to it and be like, I want to win this prize now. I want to win this prize now. Like I shouldn't do that. So I just kind of like swore off the online webcam crane games. I don't know. It was like, it's just less satisfying too than real life. One I played was free. Oh. Yeah, I did the free play ones, but I never actually won anything. Or like they gave you like 10 free tries or something. Not gonna lie, I would pay Connor to see a TV series. I would pay Connor to see. Yes! Like, he's only done YouTubers so far. Like, I need him to get like a random celebrity. Like this, you know, like the talk show hosts, right? They always do these like stupid bits or whatever. Like, at least get Connor his own talk show so that he can just have an excuse to go invite random characters, random celebrities to do the freaking pain games with him. It was called Toreba, possibly. Or at least the one that I tried was Toreba. I love crane games. I think I have unhealthy obsession with gambling. But as long as I know that I'm like addicted to it, I know the end within my. You and Relly love Gamba. We do. Listen, Gamba's Gamba. Ever played part-time UF? I have not. I also need to catch more of her stream. As well. Duly noted now! Part-time UFO, I gotta do it. Because the one game that I was looking at is on Steam, is called Dungeon Crawler. Where, it's a roguelike dungeon crawler. Except, in order to, fight and stuff, you play a crane game. And I'm like, I'm down for that. I think it's on sale on Steam right now. I'm so tempted to get that. I'm so tempted to get that one and, Shashingo. Shashingo, which is, you take pictures of, various things and we'll tell you how to say it in Japanese. I need to practice my Japanese more. I also saw his Bicycle Marathon on stream with the Pie, the God of Bros, and Iron Man. I should add crane games to chat toys. You should! Yeah, it's kind of funny because when you said chat toys, I was thinking it would be like a crane game-esque kind of thing. But it was not. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. I'm addicted to power. So, Beluga, let me get this straight. Let me make sure I got your gaming library straight. Like, if I was Steam friends with you, I would just see either Trackmania or Power Wash Simulator. Oh, you do know the report. Wait, what was that one? I scrolled through it quickly because I didn't have too much time to look at it because I was doing some other stuff. But I was like, oh wow, this seems like cool. Your game. I liked his. I like that he does the marathons for the IDF. Cause it's like 3 years now. Issue. That's a very noble. Sorry, I was in Trackmania! Oh my god. Is Aki your main in Holocure? No, she's not. I'm trying to gachikoi everybody. So I need to gachikoi Gen 1. I think this is Gen 1? Or is it Gen 2? Is Aki Gen 1 or Gen 2? I feel like she's Gen 1, but I could be wrong. I always mess up the JP. It's not that on Steam, so not that one, but yes, and then Factory Games. Enjoy Gachikoi Anya. They reworked Anya, and I like her a lot better now. Because previously in the last patch, she was kind of like meh. But before Hollow Fantasy. Please just see the list of the towns, Wikipedia. Okay, my bad. So, yeah, I need to do 1st gen and 2nd gen. So I've been working on 1st and 2nd gen. I've already done Gamers. And also this game has Hololive Fantasy, which is 3rd gen, and Hololive 4th gen, which is Hololive. I have 800 hours in the truck simulator game. I like playing Risu. I like playing Risu because my screen is just covered in nuts. And I can just keep making these nuts jokes and it's relevant. I could see how- I've never actually played Power Wash Simulator, but I could see how good that could be like very satisfying. I find satisfaction in some of the like strangest things, to be honest. Queen Bee Mama, is on the internet way too much, and she found a video of like lacing your shoelaces different, and she was like, apparently she like tried to do it herself and she couldn't, and she was just like, wait, Honey can do it. Like, Honey can do it for me. And so I came down, I came down for like breakfast or something, and she's like, oh Honey, by the way, can you tie my shoelaces for me? I'm like, what? You taught me how to tie my shoelaces, lady. And she's like, no, that's what I meant. Like, can you do my laces cool like they do it in this video? And I was like, oh yeah, absolutely. I've done it before. And I had so much fun just sitting there, like, doing the pattern. It was very relaxing for me. Some 800. Not gonna lie, your model is pretty unique. I like the idea of a Honeysaurus. Thank you. Yeah, I have two different models. This is my dinosaur form, and then I have a more humanoid form that I feel like is more stereotypical of VTubers. I'm really digging the dinosaur model right now. Get it? Because you dig up fossils, and you dig up dinosaurs. I'm so funny. I'm so funny. But also like the rigging. The thing is that my humanoid model is somewhat outdated in rigging, and I'm noticing a lot of like after you use a model for a while, you start to kind of like realize some flaws with it. So I'm like, when I use that model, I kind of look at it and I see like all the flaws with it now, and like it either needs to be updated or I need to get a new human model. But I just VTuber models are expensive, man. Yeah. Oh, I like you. Never afraid of a pun. Exactly! Some people would consider my puns a punishment, but not you. I'm glad we vibe together. I'm surprised how GPU intensive some of the models are. Yeah, honestly. Well, because they use, like, Vbridger specifically, and a lot of them have, like, a lot of unique animations for it. Lazy Neko, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the. Oh wait, no, you didn't follow me. You're lurking, but we appreciate it. You follow? Not quite yet. If you follow, I will give you a. Same way I'm giving you. Turning to the game. Yeah, they use like Vbridger for extensive mouth tracking forms. Because the thing is that in a way, the more animated a model is, the more complex it is. I guess that makes sense. But there's basically in animation, it requires almost exaggeration of features when something is in motion to give it the idea of like to give it the idea of more motion. So like one of the concepts if you're showing a bouncing ball is called squash and squish, which is the idea is, as you know, it's kind of thinking about not the ball itself. If you drop a ball in real life, right, the shape is never changing. But if you're doing an animation and you want to show that like the ball is really bouncy, right? What you want to do is you want to show it like squishing and squashing a little bit. So like maybe it will appear like in a middle frame that the ball is like really long and oblong. Squash and stretch. Yeah, exactly. And there's like a whole other, if you've ever seen it, it's like I forget the number of principles, but it's the principles of animation. And that's very fun to go through. But I think squash and stretch are kind of like the biggest ones for me when it comes to like, does it look exaggerated enough? Rice bag, brick, rubber, exactly, yeah. Mirror frames, exactly. And you animate on twos. I don't mind, because here's the great thing about like tweens, and not like tweens as in like the kids who are like 12, 10, 11, 12, because they're between being a kid and being a teen, not that, but like tween, as in between, is that you can draw it kind of weird and it doesn't matter, because sometimes it will just make sense. It just makes sense when it. Do you know Chugakon? Not. I always thought it was a flour sack first, but either. But what's cool is that when I was in my animation class, we did do a project called the flour sack animation, where we had to like we had to animate a flour sack, like doing something, and the only thing is that the flour sack had to jump. So for my flour sack animation, I had to do a kick. I drew it doing a kick, and that was pretty fun. But it's amazing how much, like, a flour sack doesn't have a body, like, you know, it's not human, it doesn't have eyes or emotions or whatever, but how you draw it and like the body language you give the flour sack almost gives it more personality. Because mine, I remember specifically, like, he does the kickflip and he kind of does this like little proud pose of like, oh my god, I did it! And then he crashes. So no, he's kind of a pun master. So much his friends hate him because he takes the moment of opportunity into fun. I love that. I'll have to check them out then. Well, if you join the Discord, actually, you can do !Discord in the chat. You are more than welcome to. And then if there's anything you ever want me to like see or directly, because usually links aren't allowed in Twitch chat or YouTube chat, you're more than welcome to send it in the Discord general, and I will usually check it out. I can't promise it will be immediate, but I do check my Discord. And that's only if you want to. Feel comfortable enough. I'm a part of my community. Kind of thing. I'm introverted and non-emotional in real life, so expressing animation is hard for me because of not because of the technical part, but just I'm not that emotive. It is not as language I speak. I think for me, but you know, it's different for everybody. Is your throne up to date? Good question. Like, I am definitely somebody who lurks a lot in streams, and I'll say, like, hi, just for the satisfaction of, like, something, like, the streamer saying, like, oh, hi, Honeysaur! Something like that, but I don't know how to chat to people. Half of it is snack. Half of it is food! I know! I want food! I'll have you know, I exist on few things, okay? Food and gotcha. I'm actually just looking at my phone. It's freaking Soylent, lactose intolerant pills, candy, noodles, tea, a board game, a desk mat, a Blu-ray player, more snacks, a beauty product, a Pokemon-themed snack box, Pocky, Kit Kats, Mario Party the game, another candy, another like tea, and then gift card. I don't know what I'm supposed to put on there. I don't know what I'm supposed to put on there, but it's like if I want to be like, because here's the thing, I don't want to have like a whole bunch of like stuff just sitting around my house, you know? So like, at least if it's food, like I can say like, oh, I consumed it, and I have like served the purpose of your gift, you know? I forget, somebody did, and the thing is that I could just keep putting the same food up over and over again. Over and over again, because somebody will buy it for me, and I'll eat it, and then I'll run out, and then I want more. I think I'm the one haggle stuff. Yeah, I want to try it when somebody buys it for me. Because then I think my parents would come into me eating that and be like, what the hell are you doing? We failed as parents. I exist for food and Sea Dog BA. That cures depression and boredom. Fair enough. Food is good. I like eating food. Oh, yeah. That's the reason why Beluga Lime on my throne is just food. I feel like it's not too expensive. You know I'll enjoy it. I'll get the use out of it, aka eat it, and then it's fine. Because even with like I toned back on a lot of the. I used to have like a lot of video games titles like in my throne, but I cut back on those. Number one is because Throne for some reason held my Field of Minstrel code. Somebody gifted me Fields of Minstrel, and I was supposed to just get like a Steam key of it, but unfortunately instead of that there was like some sort of issue and they gave me a payout instead. But the thing is that you can't, I think it was like $15, right? You can't get your throne payout until you have like $30. Otherwise they'll charge you like money for it. And it's like, why? It's my money! Why aren't you giving me my own money? Kind of thing. Which is really frustrating to me. I love the UV Queen. Put Vidya and open. I don't want. I already have the Narissa Opie mousepad, and like I opened that package. I knew exactly what that package was, and I'm like, oh honey, what's the package? I know it's Corona. Is that your favorite Holocure character? I speak Dutch now. No, I don't. But I do like learning new. I'm not gonna, like, I rushed that package right upstairs, so they didn't ask me about it. Like, oh, what's in the package, honey? And then they open it and see Booba mousepad. That's fun. I like her. I like punching things. I might risk it. So you're thrown with bad drag. Oh lord. I mean, I'm not like a super sexual in general, but I just I don't want to do anything like sexy or whatever. Like some people I know, like they put like outfits on there and stuff like that. I don't know. I cosplayed once in my life, besides like Halloween. Like, so outside of Halloween, I went to a con. I was dressed up as Rem from Hero, and it was just a super uncomfortable. Just again, it wasn't for me. I felt very like uncomfortable. So I think I'd rather not go to cons and play. Galaxy cat. What if I get like a fart? Like just a button, you know, like one of those like that was easy buttons, but instead of that it's just a fart button. I suppose I could just use that now with my stream tag though. Cause before there was like stuff that I wanted for stream, and then it just kind of people bought it for, and it's like I don't need anything else for. There are things I could get for stream, but I don't think there's anything else I really need for stream right now, and I'm running out of guest real estate. I'm also running out of USB hubs. Because my keyboard stopped responding the other day, and I was like, oh no, is there something wrong with my keyboard? No, it turns out my USB hub that I had, it was like too much plugged in, I guess, so that the keyboard wasn't getting enough power to function properly. I was like, god damn, I should fix that. So that one, so now my keyboard cable is plugged directly into the motherboard. I don't know. I wish motherboards had more like built-in USBs so I didn't have to buy these like external USB hubs that keep crapping out. I don't know. I'm already uncomfortable going to college regularly. I can't imagine where I would melt. Yeah, that's basically what I did. Like especially one time like my wig was falling off and like somebody said, oh, your wig kept showing. And I was just like, I got super self-conscious about that. Like I must look so trashy right now. I must look so weird. I don't know. I'll wear like anime fan merch. Like a t-shirt or like a hoppy. But like I think that's the extent that I'll get. I especially like when the merch design is like really subtle and not like in your face with just like, here's a printed picture. Here's a shirt with a printed picture of the character on it. Oh, it's like more subtle, like the Omocat Ina sweatshirt is really good. The Hollow Myth the tracker jackets from there are really good. Not that bad, you're I don't know what you're talking about. Homocat stuff is, yeah. I also, I wish I could have afforded it, but like the super groupie stuff. But like there's only so many like t-shirts that you need in your life, you know, and that can fit in your dresser drawer. I felt like I was getting excessive. I'm trying to avoid like t-shirts. Although one thing that really is somewhat frustrating to me, though, is the fact that like all of the... If you buy like a holo merch pack with stuff, like the t-shirt is always a size large, and I am not a large individual. I wear my Hololive and Skittle merch at work. Well, you're an engineer! It makes sense! This is why I love being an engineer, because it's like, you don't have to dress fancy or whatever, like, nobody cares. Just like, are you doing your work? Is the shit getting done? Great. You're not fired. For now. Until we replace you with the robot. Yeah, the one size fits all holo is it's too big for me. It's too full. Yeah. I believe you can do a Buka. If you think it's because of like a couple of extra pounds, I believe in you. I was laughing before at Oroko's message. I pulled a 20-foot umbilical cord from my HDMI 111. That's beautiful. God. I can imagine that being. Oh, wrapped in one of those nice wrapped conduits. Yeah, I hate table clutter myself, so I always like when I'm setting up my desk, I make sure my cables neat and ordered. Would you believe it? It's been about 3 hours of streaming, and my voice is getting tired. My voice is getting a bit tired, so I think I might call it here. I had a lot of fun tonight though, chatting with everybody. You know, basically a Zatsu with the Holocure in the background. What did the electrician say to his apprentice? What did he say? Let's see, what else? You can't do it! Yeah! Fitness has been an issue. Yeah, me too. I've sort of watched Queen Bee Mama have to deal with some health issues as an exercise, and I can start doing exercise and a gym. Who's gym? Exactly. I already did the joke, you can't do the joke. But yeah. So I'm trying to, it's just a road to trying to do it, because nobody actually likes exercising. It's the feeling after exercising of like, I did something good for my body. That's what pushes me. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me. In terms of next stream, if you are interested, next stream is going to be Friday around the same time, set somewhere between 7 and 8, hopefully closer to 7. Hopefully closer to 7. Orocro, I'm on a seafood diet. I see food, I eat it. Don't have to lose calories, you don't. I mean, yeah, but you also don't want to like starve yourself. Seafood diet. Seafood, I eat it. Very simple. The next stream is going to be Sunday between 7 and 8 p.m. is the start time. Ideally closer to the 7 p.m. side. We'll see what happens. I was hoping to maybe stream tomorrow, but we'll see what my out. If not, so there might be a surprise stream, like a impromptu stream tomorrow. If not, at least Sunday. Well, see you very, very soon. Thank you so much for joining me. I was saying, alright, we're gonna raid. So there were these cute twin raptors. They're called the Velociraptor twins. Guys in Jersey. Well, if you're a fellow dinosaur fan, great. Because they're awesome. I love dinosaurs. The party don't stop. We're gonna continue to raid over the Velociraptor twins, and hopefully you'll enjoy that because they're playing some retro game. Conqueror's Bad Hair Day. Oh my. They also love dinosaurs, so make sure you check them out. And if you're on the YouTube side, unfortunately this is the end of our journey together, but like I said, the party don't stop. If you'd like to, you can go over, if you don't mind betraying your platform, you can go over to twitch.tv. I'm sending the link in the chat right now, and the party don't stop there, so you can go ahead and hit. Yeah, that's about all I got for you tonight. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you. I'll be with you very, very soon. Good night!